All right, let's see if this works. All right, can y'all hear me? I am at home on my main session. On my main rig. I redid some configurations this weekend and I think I broke it. So let's see if this works. Good morning. Hey, Chuck. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Jared. Hey, Night Truck. Hey, Sean. Okay, it's good again. All right, let's see how we do. Hey, Patrick, Jorge, Worship. So sorry. My bad. Okay, Jason says I need to reboot my modem. Okay. 1 second, fam. This is what happens when I try to get too fancy. And I'm going to lose most of the viewers because I got too fancy. All right, 1 second. We'll get started here. I think Tesla earnings may be priced in. Yeah, I like this new stream as well. Okay. The thumbnail is wrong. We're just going to keep going, all right? I'm just going to roll with it. Thank you, Marcello. I appreciate it. Hi, Alan. This is your first day, and I normally don't have technical issues. So I apologize for that. Yep, Barry, we got the 1080p, but adjusting my settings kind of messed it up. All right, I'm just going to get going, all right, folks? Let's look at ES. All right, so ES, let me go to the hourly. So we have lost the RTY uptrend. We have lost the Russell hourly uptrend. We haven't yet. With ES, I would say this pivot wasn't as clear. So losing 45.04 would be more meaningful. On NASDAQ, we have not lost the hourly uptrend. Again, we have an hourly double bottom. RTY, we've lost it. So RTY for me is a potential bellwether. That's funny. Dow has not lost the hourly uptrend, but RTY has. So I'm going to point your attention to something I don't always talk about. I do bring up the hourly 50 MA often, but when we get this distance from this yellow line, the hourly 50 MA, sometimes it acts as a magnet and it returns to it. So I will be watching that today. If you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now, Squeeze Pro Indicator. You can screenshot all this. I'm going to delete it to clear up the chart. CM Ultimate RSI multi-time frame. And then the yellow is the 50 MA, green and red 8 and 21, and the yellow candles are JC inside bars. All right, so keeping your eyes on the hourly 50 MA. And what I mean by that is when we get this distance between price and the hourly 50 MA, think of it like an air pocket. Think of price as a magnet and the 50 MA as a magnet. You know how they just come together real quickly, they just snap together. Well, I need to come up with a different analogy, but that hourly 50 MA will continue traveling up to meet price, and I envision price would come down to meet the 50 MA. So I am looking bearish this morning. All right. So that's what I'm watching. NASDAQ is a little bit stronger than the rest. It's up here near this high of 15428. Looks at potential 4-hour bull flag. However, with RTY pulling back, it's a cause to pause for me on this 15428 retest. We could hit 15430 and it would still be a double top. Let me get you another level above that. It is going to be 15500 psychological, then 1553250. So NASDAQ is definitely the strongest, then ES, then YM, then RTY. And let's talk about Netflix earnings. If you are newer to trading and you're constantly asking about earnings and trying to figure stuff out, remember earnings, you would have to do hundreds of hours of fundamental research in order to be able to predict Netflix earnings and how they would perform and what type of guidance they're looking at. Same thing with Tesla. So we can only trade the charts as technical analysts, but always remember, guidance is more important than earnings. What is that, Hakuna Matata, the monkey, the past is the past, and leave it there? Well, that's what earnings is. Earnings is the past. The past is the past. Leave it there. What's most important is what is the company looking at for the future. So even though they added like 4 million subscribers, they guided down. And so when you guide down, that is extremely bearish. And so the bad news counteracted the good news, and that's why Netflix is pulling back. So Netflix doesn't have a huge impact, obviously, on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is still trucking along despite Netflix pulling back. So just remember that. And the other little, I guess it's an earnings trick, is of course always the conference call. So you can have this big spike. Oh, we got 4 million subscribers. And then once that conference call starts, that's when the guidance is given, and that's when we pull back hard. And the other tip is when we have earnings, bullish earnings possibly priced to perfection, not only does Tesla have to beat, they have to guide up, and they have to beat big, because they're pricing in. Obviously, with this run, the investors are pricing in a Tesla beat. So they have to beat big, and they have to guide big. Not that it's not impossible. It's not totally impossible for Elon. However, I'm looking for a bear top fish. Even though we have earnings after hours, I'm looking for a day trade today in Tesla. Going back to our key levels. All right. It is not your internet. I apologize. I will have it fixed for tomorrow. Okay, so support on NASDAQ 15368, 15366. RTY, we've lost that hourly uptrend. 2259 is your key support. Resistance 2276. And since I got a slow start, I will try to go a little bit faster. So if I do lose the stream altogether, at least you have all the setups that I'm watching. So Dow, here are your key levels. Just take a screenshot. Bitcoin, what did we talk about yesterday with the self-fulfilling prophecy? That all-time high of 64899. It acts like a magnet, and it just sucks price up to it. So the next extension, 1.272, is up at 74,717. Let's call it 75,000. So if we were to hit the all-time high, the next target would be 75,000 in the Fibonacci series. For a fib extension, it doesn't mean we'd get there in one fell swoop. I just want you to have these levels on your chart. Let me zoom out so you can get them all. So 74717, and then 87,000 would be the next target. So lots of volatility in crypto, and we are right there. And we were all over it yesterday, weren't we? You're welcome, Fred. Thank y'all for being patient with me. I know I can't stand technical issues. They frustrate me so I get it. This has a cup and handle look on the Ethereum weekly, but typically the handle part, you want it to be more of a bull flag. This is a pretty big retrace, so it kind of negates the cup and handle dream. However, I would say the psychology is definitely there, and this one even has a little rounded bottom, it has just a bullish vibe. Resistance is 3968, then 4030, then 4384. Support, let's go in a little bit. Support is 3829 and 3737. Gold. Well, that's a pretty big move on gold. I didn't see this morning. So we've got the trend change. So we had this 4-hour EQ, and we said a lower high would be the most likely scenario yesterday, right here. We said that would be the most likely scenario, and now we got that pull back, got a higher low compared to 1760, and now we have a 4-hour bull break. However, on the daily, bears will be looking to tackle 1801 because the odds favor a lower high now on the 4-hour. So bears will be looking to top fish 1800. Support is down at 1767. Oil, I am short oil. I posted my setup and my exits. I'm out 2/3 of my oil short. Oil just looks toppy to me, and I don't like just in general using that phrase. We have to trade price action. But this double top right here, 82.99, as when did let's see. I top fished it right here. Wait, no. It was in this area in commodities pit close, and I posted it in our commodities channel within the Chart Guys community. So I'm still looking short oil, and oil short is one of my #1 ideas for the day, and it relates to XLE. So Devin is my queen of the mountain trade. Jason, can we get a discount maybe? I don't know, Brian. I don't know. I'm not in the discount department. I'm just a technical analyst. I'm just a chart gal. All right, so nat gas, let me go back to that. Nat gas is resting on this daily 50 MA. 4735 is holding right now. We hit 4825. This represents a very low risk bottom fish. If you get stopped out, it's just a small little cut, just a little ding versus a full knife wound. So yesterday's support 4825, then 4735. And I forgot to mention oil inventory today at 10:30, and that could change my whole mindset about XLE if we were to get a bullish move off oil inventory. Baba, queen of the mountain trade. Potential bearish trade if 180-151 gap gets filled. I talked to you about magnets. All-time highs act as magnets. Gap fills act as magnets. 50 moving average act as magnets. So this gap fill right here at 180-151. Oh, we're through it. Okay, so we're through that level. Your next resistance is up at 186.71. Actually, there's one more in here. 186.26, then 186.71. I can't just step in here and short this right here. I need a setup. So the Taylor Swift blank space over here, I need a setup. So I'm going to be looking to top fish. I would love for it to just pop it open, go, 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 then short the high of this, or excuse me, the low of this high bar, and then put my stop over the high on that first candle break after it pops. So I'm looking for a Baba short. And TCG members, I will type out the Queen of the Mountain setups in case you're having connection issues. I want you to have them, so don't worry, I'll type it once I'm done. No codes today. Okay, Devin. Devin is a Queen of the Mountain trade for me. We have a weekly trend line resistance. XOP and XLE have weekly broadening formations. I've got an oil bearish bias, and we have a daily tweezer top right here. So you see these wicks, and I talked to y'all a lot about tweezer tops and bottoms. It's telling us a lot about what's going on. These are big time rejections. It's not just it stops there and the price, you know, just kind of hangs out up there. No, it hits it and then the bears pile in. It hits that resistance and the bears pile in. So those big upper wicks on these daily candles mean something. It is showing you fierce resistance above and fierce defense by the bears. So I like Devin to the short side. So I have a small position, bearish position in Devin, and I would love to get another bounce today so I could add to it. Again, oil inventory could impact for sure. F with a big upgrade. F got a big A from, I forget which bank. Let me move this to where you can see it. F with a big upgrade from $15 to $20 this morning. It's pulling back pretty hard. You should get some nice volatility. Normally Ford can be boring like GE, but it has been more volatile as of late. So a bottom fish of 15.38, 15.37 makes sense. This seems like small, like $5, but that's what, 35%, 33% upgrade. That's a pretty big upgrade. So watch Ford, lots of pre-market volume, volatility, upgrade, nice combination for a day trade. Facebook, new name and branding initiative. I'm looking for a bullish trade to come to me. Why did I state it like that? Because I'm looking bearish at open. I would love to buy a pull back in the 339 area, and that lines up with this support and this support. So I'm looking long Facebook. Netflix. Okay, Netflix. So let me show you. You'll see we have members that post their earnings trades because they're so freaking brilliant. You'll see Fiona short levels like this. So this is earnings comes out. They beat big subscriber count and they beat awesome. Okay, then we get these little inside bars, inside bar on the 1 minute, and then down she goes. So here is probably where the conference call started, and then everything starts unraveling. So you could literally make a living trading earnings reactions, not earnings, earnings reactions. So you wouldn't take a position before the earnings were released, you would take it after. So let me go back out. So I just wanted to show you the psychology of what happened yesterday. You'll see this over and over. A big pop up on a beat, and then the conference call starts, and then down she goes. So 620.81 is your support, and below 620.81 your next support is at 620.59. So Netflix could have some good day trading volatility, but also remind yourself that we've got this big range now. Huge range. Well, it would be this low here. Look at this range. We could bounce and stay within this range for days, or we could break down as well. So it could have some good day trading volatility. Invax, they have a problem producing the vaccine. They got $1.6 billion from the government, and they're unable to produce. So you have a little tweezer bottom trying to form on the hourly. We have 16 minutes until this candle closes, and that supports at 116.25, and then down at 115, resistance 136.79. Hear me clearly. I'm not saying Invax is going to do this, but this was definitely a much more volatile name. I saw this around $9.50 yesterday. I didn't grab it, and it bounced $78.43. This was a biotech debacle, and then I shorted it. I missed this bounce here, but I shorted it here. So I'm not saying Invax is going to do that because it's not even down that much, and this is definitely a more, not reliable, but reputable company. However, oversold bounces, you can play this in both directions today. It should give you some good volatility. Tesla, I told you I'm looking bearish. I just took that off, but I am looking bearish Tesla for just a day trade. I ain't going to be holding that into earnings. So 871.55, if we could bounce that high, that would be a nice area to look to go short. But again, I'm going to trade my setups that I like to trade. I'm going to wait for a break of the low of high bar and then put my stop over the high. UPST should give you some good day trading volatility. I'm watching for a potential bottom fish for a daily bull flag if the market's holding up that 355.51 area. XLE, I'll have to wait and evaluate this after oil inventory, but I like it to the downside right now. Let's see how oil responds. And SPY, you have your futures levels. Coin should give you some nice volatility today. We are at this 306.70, 306.98. I know Bitcoin is bullish AF, but this is really tough for me to go long here, but you should get some good day trading volatility out of Coin, Mara, Riot, and all the nice blockchain names. All right, I'm going to wrap it up early. We have tech issues. I'm extremely sorry. I will work all day on this until it's absolutely perfect for you for tomorrow. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for supporting us despite these little glitches. I appreciate it. TCGers, I'll type this up and I'll put it in the room. I'll actually put it on Twitter as well.